everyone, this is Booredfemme, and today I'm showing you the Huawei Mate 8. So this is a beautiful 6-inch display smartphone slash phablet, if you would like to call it that. So you've got a beautiful display. You've got lots to protect it. This is a new Corning Gorilla Glass 4 screen, 6 inches. This is 6.53 ounces, so really not bad as far as weight. I love this display. Speaking of display, take a look here and you'll see that they actually included a screen protector. So there's already one on here. That got quite a bit of a thumbs up from me for protecting your phone. If you take a look on every side, it's all metal as far as the housing. I think there's just a little bit of a plastic piece in the back, but this is a nice brushed metal. So on this side, you'll see the little tray. This is a dual SIM tray. So this is a quad band device, 2 levels of GSM and HSPDA and LTE. So it can cover multiple countries. There are 2 slots. So that means you've got the primary SIM card slot and secondary. It will default to the first at 4G and then drop down. That second slot can be used for a memory card instead. So if you don't have the need for the dual SIM, and I'm dating myself here, it's reminding me of when there used to be able to do dual NAM on phones. But you can use that for memory. So if you're not getting a larger device, a larger capacity device, you can add memory. If you take a look, we have your standard headset port, and then the side you have the volume buttons and then the power. And then at the bottom you have the speakers. Oops. The speakers, which I did see a couple of comments, people would have liked the speakers in a different place. That's feedback from a few spots I saw. Relating to the back, they do recommend don't mess with the battery, obviously, but you could, you don't want to disassemble this anyways, but they recommend don't replace the battery with anything other than the Huawei. But you can see the sensors here and the camera. This is a 16 megapixel camera and 8. And then you have your fingerprint sensor. So this was very easy to set up. If you take a look, that's how fast it just unlocked. So let's just lock it again. You can either press the power button and do your passcode, or just simply use the fingerprint sensor. So again, very quick to set up. Now, the processor was I believe part of why they had to delay releasing this in some other countries. First it was available in China and then Europe. But the processor is a high silicon Kirin 950 processor. So definitely what they've been waiting for, what they were waiting for to launch. Operating system wise, this is an Android 6.0, so it's on Marshmallow. I loved the fact that it automatically loaded the icons that had saved. So if you take a look, instead of having to go back into Google Play once you've logged in your account and downloading each and every app, here we go. My frequently used apps, which shows me how much I actually use, they were already loaded. So all I do need to do is go into each one and log them in. So not any big deal. It does actually give you a little bit of a refresher to see what you really need to keep using and what you don't. So I think I use too much. That's probably why I eat up battery. But again, leading to battery, this is a 4,000 milliamp battery. So quite the hefty battery. Love it. And you need it. You need it when you have, quite a bit of camera taking, music options. The speakers were great, by the way, when I was listening to music. Display-wise and operating system, I loved the screen rotation. It didn't rotate on camera necessarily, but it did rotate on your home screen. So you see how you have your frequently used icons at the bottom on most Androids, depending on unless you change your setting. But if you take a look and scroll each direction, would help if I keep that unlocked. Here we go. Turn it to the left. You still have your frequently used apps, very handy and in view. You turn it the other way, and they're still there. So the orientation didn't change, and it completely did its rotation. If you take a look at camera, let's get this back, upside down, right side up. Here we go. If you go to camera and you were about to take a photo, your shutter side does not change, however. So this stays on the right regardless of which direction you're turning. So it's, it stays on that side. So, if I'm going to take a picture here, and I'm left-handed or right-handed, you are flipping it around and taking accordingly. It would have been nice to keep it to one side and, you know, keep that part consistent. That's just like my own tiny feedback. Relating to the camera, I did play with the selfie beauty feature, and the mid-range was perfect. I think the 10 makes it look like someone not even remotely like me, but it was definitely fun to play with. There are a few other features like the light painting, the time lapse. That was a lot of fun. Playing out almost in the middle of the street, watching cars. We don't want to do that. But it's really a beautiful device. The colors that it comes in are definitely appealing. This is the space gray, so nice and classy. It also comes in champagne gold, moonlight silver, and mocha brown. The mocha brown is beautiful. So, I mean, you've got quite a bit to choose from, quite a few, you know, neat features. The favorite so far, I think, that we were messing with is the knocking. The knuckle part, you know, you don't want to get your fingerprint. You don't want to get as many germs. Whatever you want to do, you want to, you know, prevent more germs on your screen, you know, fingerprints on your phone. You can do more with your knuckle. So if you're actually holding it, it didn't work when I was resting. You even use your knuckle to swipe. So if you tend to type using the swipe, you can use your knuckle instead, but also use your knuckle to do a screenshot. So you can just do a double tap and do your screenshot. So more things that you can do without necessarily having to fiddle around as much, the better. So, you know, a couple fun features. So far, it's been wonderful camera, great music. The price, you know, in a couple of countries, you're talking about euros, and converting to pounds and so on, you're talking about anywhere between $600 and $800 around there. So it is a pricey device, but obviously, you know, high profile with a lot of the new features. So, you know, it's got a market for someone. Not available in the US yet, but keep an eye out for it. Let's hear more. Again, this is the Huawei Mate 8, and this is Booredfemme. Talk to you later.